Welcome to the NorthOps Fire Weather Webcast for Thursday, September 19th, 2024. The 24-hour lightning total map shows 1,221 cloud-to-ground lightning strikes across NorthOps. Most of the strikes were focused along the northern Sierra and eastern Sacramento Valley, with more isolated lightning elsewhere. Thunderstorms were generally wet, bringing precipitation amounts of 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch and locally up to 1 inch. Away from the thunderstorms, precipitation amounts were much spottier and generally 1/10 of an inch or less. This morning's water vapor loop shows the upper-level low now centered along the SouthOps coast and continuing to the southeast. Visible satellite imagery shows a similar pattern, with lightning occurring across portions of SouthOps this morning and mid-level instability clouds extending north into the Lake Tahoe vicinity. 500 millibar forecast maps show the upper-level lows centered along the central California coast and continuing to track to the southeast today, while upper-level ridging builds along the NorthOps coast. The low will rotate inland across SouthOps tonight and Friday, with ridging building inland across NorthOps Friday and Saturday. Precipitation forecast graphics show isolated to scattered showers mixed with wet thunderstorms developing along the northern Sierra Mountains this afternoon and favoring the Lake Tahoe vicinity before tapering off later this evening. Precipitation amounts will generally be less than 1/10 of an inch, though with amounts of 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch possible from thunderstorms. Wind and relative humidity forecast graphics for early this morning show that some drying occurred last night as areas of moderate relative humidity recoveries developed along slopes and ridges west of the Cascade Sierra crest, enhanced by locally breezy north to northeast winds favoring channeled terrain areas. The locally breezy north to northeast winds will continue through mid to late morning before diminishing. Winds in central and northeast portions of the area will remain light through the afternoon. Locally breezy north to northeast winds of 15 to 25 miles an hour will develop in the far northwest, with northwest to west-southwest winds of similar speeds along the coast, coastal ridges, and through Greater Bay Area coastal gaps. Afternoon minimum relative humidities will lower into the 20s and 30s in portions of the north and northeast, with pockets of mid to upper teens in the Sacramento Valley. Northeast winds will increase to 20 to 30 miles an hour along far northwest ridges tonight, with west-southwest gusts of similar speeds continuing in the Greater Bay Area. Lighter and more limited north to northeast downslope winds will return to channeled terrain areas, with overnight slope and ridge recoveries continuing to gradually lower. Breezy north to northeast winds will continue in the north on Friday, with relative humidities lowering more broadly into the teens, 20s, and 30s across inland areas, and breezy northwest to west-southwest winds through coastal gaps during the afternoon and evening. Northeast winds will strengthen to 25 to 35 miles an hour along far northwest ridges Friday night, with broader areas of breezy northwest to north-northwest to northeast winds developing elsewhere, and moderate to poor overnight relative humidity recoveries becoming widespread. Locally breezy north to northeast winds will continue Saturday, with afternoon relative humidities lowering into the upper single digits, teens and 20s across inland areas. 500 millibar forecast graphics for Sunday through Wednesday show a weak upper-level trough brushing past northeast portions of the area on Sunday, followed by stronger ridging building Monday and Tuesday before a deeper trough moves into the Pacific Northwest on Wednesday. Precipitation graphics for the same time period show dry conditions area-wide. Wind graphics show northwest to northeast winds continuing to favor northern areas through early next week and increasing through channeled terrain areas from the Cascade Sierra crest westward during the overnight through morning hours. Shallow onshore flow through the Greater Bay Area will continue to bring locally breezy west-southwest coastal gap winds in the afternoons and evenings. Stronger onshore flow northwest to southwest winds will develop around Wednesday in advance of the approaching trough. The NorthOps Significant Fire Potential Outlook shows little to no risk today and Friday, with areas of low risk returning this weekend. Areas of moderate risk will develop during the first half of next week as fuels continue to dry and return ERCs in some western predictive service areas back into the 80th to 90th percentile range. The SouthOps outlook shows mainly little to no risk conditions through this weekend, followed by expanding areas of low risk. And now to sum up the NorthOps fire weather highlights. Ridging will build along the coast today and tonight as the upper level low moves away to the southeast. The ridge will gradually shift onshore Friday and Saturday and remain overhead through around Tuesday, bringing a warming and drying trend to the area. Isolated to scattered showers and wet thunderstorms will develop in the Lake Tahoe vicinity this afternoon and taper off by mid to late evening, with dry conditions area-wide for the next 7 days. Temperatures will warm to a few degrees below normal this afternoon, to near normal Friday and Saturday, and to above normal for Sunday through Tuesday. Localized north to northeast downslope breezes will develop tonight and Friday night, then increase a bit in strength and coverage each night through morning, from Saturday night through Monday night, bringing additional warming and drying, as well as lengthening burning periods.